A mother-in-law's obsession with control. When a wife fights back, I thought I had found happiness with the man I loved, but then I discovered something unimaginable. My mother-in-law sneaked into our bedroom and changed everything while I was away. Not only that, she burned all my clothes, claiming they were unfit for a proper daughter-in-law. When I confronted my husband, he took her side. What did I do wrong, and how can I reclaim my life? Let's uncover this story now. The unexpected betrayal. Linda married Jack after 3 years of dating. Their wedding went smoothly, but her mother-in-law, Teresa, didn't seem particularly pleased. From the way she looked at Linda, there was always a sense of distance. Still, Linda believed things would improve once they had time to understand each other. But she was wrong. From the very beginning, Linda noticed that Teresa had a habit of controlling everything. She would show up unannounced, inspect every detail of their home, from the way Linda cooked to how she organized her closet. She even criticized the way Linda spoke to Jack, saying a wife should always speak with respect and obedience. But the worst happened when Linda had to go on a 3-day business trip. When she returned, she froze the moment she stepped into their bedroom. Everything had changed. The bed she and Jack had shared was replaced with a new one. The sheets, curtains, and rugs all switched to pale blue, Teresa's favorite color. Linda opened her closet, only to find nothing but old-fashioned dresses, completely different from her usual style. "Where are my clothes?" Linda's voice shook. Teresa stood there, arms crossed, unfazed. "I threw them away. They weren't suitable for a proper daughter-in-law." Linda felt her blood boil. She couldn't believe that someone would invade her privacy so blatantly. "You had no right. This is my home with Jack, not yours." Before she could say anything else, Jack walked in. "What's going on?" Linda turned to him, hoping, praying that he would take her side. "Your mother threw away all my clothes. She changed everything in our room without even asking me." But instead of getting angry, Jack sighed and spoke in a soothing voice, as if trying to calm a child. "I know you're upset, but Mom just wants the best for us." She thought our old bedroom didn't have good energy. Linda felt like the ground was crumbling beneath her feet. Not only was her husband not defending her, but he was making excuses for his mother's actions. She felt like a stranger in her own home. A battle for control. In the following days, Linda tried to talk to Jack about how invasive his mother was, but he always brushed it off. "She's just trying to help. Don't make a big deal out of it." But this wasn't the first time. Teresa started setting household rules, deciding when Linda should cook, how she should clean, even interfering with their finances. She demanded that Jack give her a portion of their income so she could manage it properly. Linda knew she couldn't stay silent any longer. She decided to seek out her father-in-law, Robert, a quiet but observant man. When Linda told him everything, he let out a deep sigh and said something she never expected. "Do you think you're the first?" She did the same thing to Jack's 2 older brothers, and do you know what happened? Both of their wives filed for divorce within 3 years. Linda's blood ran cold. She realized that if she didn't act now, her marriage would be doomed. The moment of truth. That night, she confronted Teresa. "What exactly do you want? How much control do you think you should have?" Teresa smirked, her gaze sharp. "I raised Jack. I know what's best for him. And you're just an outsider who walked into his life." Linda took a deep breath. She finally understood. This woman would never change. She turned to Jack. "If you can't stand up for me, if you continue to let your mother dictate our lives, then maybe we should rethink this marriage." This time, her voice didn't waver. Jack froze. He never imagined Linda would be this serious. He turned to his mother, who sat there confidently, as if sure that her son would always choose her. But then, after a long silence, Jack sighed and took Linda's hand. "Mom, I love you. but I love Linda too. This is my family, and you can't control it forever. Teresa's face went pale. For the first time in her life, she had lost control. Reclaiming her life. In the months that followed, Teresa had no choice but to accept reality. She stopped showing up unannounced. She stopped making household rules. Linda had won, not through anger, but by forcing her husband to choose the right path. A marriage can only survive when both partners stand together. There are boundaries in a marriage that no one should cross, not even family. A husband can love his mother, but if he cannot protect his wife from excessive control, then the marriage will never last. In the end, it's not just love, but respect and boundaries that hold a marriage together. What do you think of this story? If you were Linda, would you have stood up for yourself or stayed silent to keep the marriage? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoy intense stories like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss the next one. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.